In our last episode, I talked about chronic illness and the impact our thoughts have on the energy vibrations that affect our bodies. Thank you so much for joining me today on Living Beyond Limits. I'm Marcy Langlois and I'm your host. What I want to explore today is the question, how do you raise your vibration and why is it important? Our vibration dictates the quality of our lives. Anywhere that you are currently struggling in life can be directly linked back to your vibration. Are you searching for the life of your dreams but don't know how to get there? Do you feel like you work so hard to accomplish all the things for your goals that you've set and just never can get there? Whatever frequency you are vibrating at is what your physical world will reflect back to you. Your frequency determines the quality of your life. Now, this is fantastic news if you're putting out the vibrations that are in alignment with what it is that you want. But it can be pretty difficult to hear if your vibration is not matching your intentions. See, most people have this backwards. They think, oh my God, my life isn't the way that I want it to be. So I feel like this all the time. But truly, it's the exact opposite way. Your life is the way it is because of the way you feel. Everything in the universe is made of energy, including us. If we operate in a low vibration, then it's highly likely that we're not going to feel great. Things feel like a chore and like you're out always swimming upstream. Things often don't work out for us. We wonder why we're repeating the same patterns in our life. We keep experiencing the same negativity or negative circumstances. Or maybe we've actually figured out how to raise our vibration, sometimes unknowingly. And we like the results that we're getting, and it feels natural to just keep doing what we've been doing. So we do it because we like the outcome. Things get into a flow state if we continue to do this. Everything just seems to come together without a ton of effort when we're in this flow state. We feel optimistic and quite peaceful. The right people, places, and circumstances merge on a regular occurrence, and life just feels mostly carefree and effortless. When this happens, then you can be assured that you are definitely vibrating at a higher frequency. However, though, if I'm constantly negative and pessimistic, then I'm going to encounter that in my life from other people, circumstances, or experiences. Conversely, if I put out goodness, love, thoughtfulness, kindness, and caring, then I'll encounter that back into my life. Why is this so important though? Because it affects every single aspect of our life. It is who we are. If you're like me though, you're a total skeptic of what I'm telling you right now. You're likely not believing what I'm saying, or maybe you're of the thought process that this might be true for somebody else other than me, but it's just not for you, right? You probably think it's too good to be true. And you're probably also wondering that if it is indeed true, then why isn't everyone in the world just doing this? And then they could simply have the life they want. All valid questions, all questions I ask myself. The answer, though, is really simple, is what I found out. This takes a lot of work, a lot. And most people aren't willing to do the work. If you're looking for an easy, simple solution, I haven't found one yet. I don't believe it exists. But if you're willing to take the time and do the work and show up for yourself in your life, anything is possible, literally anything. A large part of the reason that this is such difficult work to do is because even though we are made of energy, we are emotional beings that are encapsulated in a physical body having a human experience. That is the reality of it. Whether we like it or not, our frequency affects every aspect of our lives and impacts the way that we feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. It ultimately creates our reality that we experience every day. Because the universe is made of frequency, it responds to what we are emitting, not on what we desire. We draw back to us the same frequency that we put out. The frequency I put out is what attracts whatever comes my way. So if I convince myself of one thing, but actually operate from a completely different place, the universe responds to the way I operate rather than what I have convinced myself of. I can't sit down and meditate for 5 minutes in the morning and sing kumbaya and then go out into the world and act like a fool and be unkind to other people, full of road rage, disrespectful to the clerk at the store, and then think that my 5 minutes of meditation is enough to raise my frequency. It's the continuous sustained frequency that dictates what we receive back. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is what I really wanted to talk to you about today. How do we raise our vibration through our day and maintain the highest state of vibration to get our frequency to stay there? Well, there's a lot of ways that you can do this because we in the world are made of energy. We are in a constant state of motion. There are countless ways to raise your vibration, but some are more impactful than others. There is a process to raise your vibration. It's quite simple in description, but the challenge comes in implementation. You have to stay committed to keeping your vibration raised throughout the day, and you have to be paying attention to when your frequency goes lower. So, the first thing is to set your intention. Be so specific about what it is that you want. For example, I wanted my body to function in wholeness, every system, every organ, every cell. I wanted to feel well, and I wanted to be able to live my life with freedom and ease. Two, visualization. See what it is that you want, though it's already happened, right? I would see myself going for hikes with my dog, out for dinner with my wife, being able to work a little bit, and out having fun with my friends. I would see it in my mind's eye as though I was doing it. Number three, feel it. This is the most important step. I can't stress it enough. And most people often overlook it. It's so important to bring the things that you want to reality. That remember, the feeling is what emits the frequency to the field to draw it back to you what you desire. So I would visualize what it would feel like to hike on the trails under a clear blue sky, surrounded by enormous trees, and it would cause me to feel so much gratitude. It was so real to me that I could feel like I was there and it was happening. Remember, the body's subjective, so it can't tell if it's actually happening or if you're just simply visualizing it. That's why the feeling is so important. Number four is believe it. You have to believe that it's going to come to pass. If you don't believe it, then you're not willing to take the actions to bring it into your life. This was such a difficult step for me. I didn't believe it, but I kept doing it anyway because I saw others around me that it worked for. And slowly but surely, these small things in my life started changing, such as I could walk further than I did last week, or I had less symptoms today. And as I started seeing these things, then my belief increased. And sometimes that's just going to be the way it happens, is that you have to see things shift. As long as you keep moving forward, then at some point, the belief and the action will align. Number five is let it go. Don't pine over the results that you're looking for. Just follow the steps and focus on sustaining the vibration that you want, so to be in alignment with your intention. Sustain the vibration all day, every day. Once you follow these steps, then how do you sustain that vibration throughout the day? The best way to do this is to cultivate emotions that vibrate at the highest frequency. You can Google emotional frequency charts and you can look online. There's hundreds all over with all different illustrations so that you can see. But essentially, the lowest emotion is shame, vibrating all the way down at 20 megahertz, going all the way to enlightenment at 1,000 megahertz, and everything in between. But just below enlightenment is joy, peace, and love. So those are what we're aiming for, the highest vibrations that we can imagine. And you keep aiming for those to keep your emotions to match the highest on the chart the majority of the day. Now that you know what it is that you're aiming for, the best way to work through this is to be very intentional about this. I used to set my timer for every hour on the hour when I was really sick. So no matter what was going on, I would take the time and do a visualization with something that brought me a feeling of gratitude, joy, love, or peace. The secret to being able to feel the emotion, though, is visualization. Otherwise, it can be really difficult and tricky to try to just feel a sense of love for no reason. Here are some examples of how I would work through this each hour. Sometimes it was based on a memory that I had. I would think of this ahead of time, though. I pull up 5 or 10 events in my life that have brought me deep feelings of joy, love, peace, or gratitude so that I can easily access them at any time if I feel that my frequency is moving lower, or simply if it's just time for me to focus on raising my frequency. I didn't have to spend time thinking about how I would do it. I could just pull these out of my memory bank at any given moment. I had my go-to list. Or if you don't want to use memories, then you can gear it towards whatever your future intentions are. Here's one that I use, though. Whenever our daughter comes home and she's been away for a long period of time, it's just the best thing ever, right? And she comes home and we get to share in this wonderful meal and everything just feels right in the world. My wife is here. Our dogs are here. They're sleeping in front of the warm fireplace. Our house is peaceful. Everything is just great. We're all enjoying our experience and we feel so connected. Everything's picturesque, literally, right? And I have this deep sense of gratitude for this moment. Can you feel what I'm talking about as I walk you through this? That feeling that literally makes your whole body light up inside when you're thinking about this experience that you're grateful for. Your heart opens wide and you feel like you're there again and you're reliving that wonderful experience. It elicits such a response in your body that it's so profoundly moving that it's no mistaking that you're grateful. That feeling is the one that I'm talking about specifically. And when we can duplicate that feeling over and over again throughout our day, then we're raising our vibration. Once that happens, then that is what you are emitting out to the field to attract what it is that you want back. Have you ever noticed after you feel grateful, like I just laid out above, that it lasts for hours? Or for me, I can feel great for days after our daughter comes home. It's quite simple to do this as long as you have them ready and available in your mind to easily access in the moment. Think about people that you love and the memories and past experiences. What experiences elicit a strong feeling of love or joy for you? And then bring those up in your mind and feel it again as though it's happening right now. Can you feel that love as you recall these experiences? Or how about the joy and love you feel when hanging out with a group of really good friends and how amazing it feels to be connected and that deep sense of belonging? These are things that can be on your list of go to items. There's so many examples of how you can do this, and I'm sure you're going to find so many as you work through this on your own to create your list. When our vibration is high, then the frequency in our body is high too. And that emits a strong signal to bring more of what you want, that you are looking for into your life. It supports health and wellness on every level, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. It brings us into alignment and things flow, and we live a life centered in ease. And that's what we are looking for, to live beyond our limits of what we thought was possible. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful to spend this time with you. If you liked what you heard, please go ahead and visit our website to sign up for our newsletter. You can find that at marcylanglois.com. Until next week, may your frequency remain high and may you be doing your part to live beyond limits.